Sorry about that, folks. We're back on air, and I'm not too sure exactly what happened there, but our stream just got cut off, unfortunately. So, whatever that happened there, I don't know. Hopefully, we will be back in action, and we'll be taking it from here, I guess, as they say, take two. But yeah, welcome to Dinamo TV. Tonight's episode is a shortened episode, and it's a rescheduled episode, and maybe for that reason, we're having some sort of issues or some problems, and I'm not too sure why, but it seems to be a common occurrence these days with these live streams. My name's Tonchi Prusats, and I am your host for tonight. And if you are hearing me loud and clear in the comments section, in the chat section, do drop us a line and just let us know that you can hear us. Audio, video is all good. So you can see the viewer count starting to pick up as well. So that's good to know, and hopefully we won't have any more problems tonight. Tonight's show, we've got a good doozy. It's episode 28, our 66th episode of the year. And our main guest tonight is Joey Monek, and he's had a great season so far. And boy, have the senior men's team been doing really, really well lately. In the last 7 games, 3 wins and 4 draws. 3 wins and 4 wins and 3 draws, in fact. And we'll hear all the lowdown from Joey ahead of tomorrow night's big clash at Green Gully Reserve. Our boys can pretty much secure escape from relegation. Now, one of the reasons why we are actually tonight coming on air on a Thursday night is because last night, obviously, we had the Australia Cup. And the same thing will happen next week. So next week we will be on air on Thursday as opposed to the Wednesday. But last night we had 2 games involving our sister Croatian clubs. Unfortunately, Adelaide Raiders Croatia, they did very well. They took a lead early in the piece, but they went down to Cooks Hill United from the Northern New South Wales Federation. 3-2 at home. Huge crowd, big crowd there at the Adelaide Croatian Sports Centre. And it was the first time that Adelaide Croatia managed to get on the national stage as far as the Australia Cup is concerned. So commiserations to our friends over in Adelaide, but well done on reaching the national stage. Well done. Sydney United, well, they came up against Northern United from Sydney, and what a great win that was. They ended up defeating them 1-0. Important game and important result, rather, and they now move on to the round of 16. Well, hopefully 2 Croatian clubs next week will join those 2 teams. A tough one for Gold Coast Knights, the hosts of this year's Australian-Croatian soccer tournament, up there at the Croatian Sports Centre at 7:30 p.m. next Tuesday night. They host A-League minor premiers, or reigning minor premiers, Auckland FC. That's going to be a tough game, that one. And then the following night, and the reason why we won't be coming out next Wednesday night, but rather next Thursday, is the fact that Canberra, Croatia hosts the South Australian Metro Stars at Deakin Stadium at 7:30 p.m. And I think both those games will be on YouTube, as the last night's 2 games were. All right, folks, we're going to take a little break. We've got a jam-packed news desk coming up straight after this. Apologies for the earlier technical glitches, but hopefully things are back on track and we'll be able to roll smoothly from here on end. It's Dinamo TV, episode 66 that you are watching.
The I&D Group is regarded as one of the largest deliverers of concrete structure solutions in Victoria. Formed in 1994 by Ivan and Kathy Filipovic, their passion and commitment to getting the job done safely and economically has underpinned their success in the industry. I&D partners with large-scale building and construction companies in both the private and public sectors on projects large and small. With our corporate headquarters based in South Melbourne and storage yard based in the southeast suburbs, we have at our disposal thousands of square metres of quality materials, along with state-of-the-art lifting and crane equipment, enabling us to deliver the largest projects. We are committed to delivering high-quality projects by partnering with our clients and collaborating with project suppliers to ensure each job is delivered to exceed expectations. From humble beginnings, I&D now employs more than 1,200 dedicated professional and support staff, involved in a number of landmark projects right across Victoria. The I&D Group is a massive supporter of the Croatian community, backed soccer clubs in Victoria, and is proud to be the major sponsor of the St Albans Dinamo Football Club in 2024.
Yep, welcome back to Dinamo TV. Now, we popped it in the comments section. Can you hear us? Can you see us all well? Hopefully things are going well and everything is fine. Now, last week, round 22 in the NPL Victoria competition. What a result that was. What a fantastic, fantastic win that was. And to take all the action, all the summary of the highlights, your commentators, Cade Lucas and Mark Ivkovic.
Against Wrexham and during the week against George Cross in a friendly, so much needed experience in goal for Melbourne Victory, which could make a bit of a difference for them tonight.
Yes, from Marvel Stadium against Wrexham to Churchill Reserve on a Sunday afternoon. It's the world of football is a strange one, but he's very much back on the job here for Melbourne Victory, who kick us off there in white. And they're going towards the left of your screen tonight on YouTube, whilst the home side going towards your right division than they did last time a decade or so ago. The fact that they're still in with a chance of staying up is evidence of that.
Yeah, 100%. Much better showing this time around. Still very inconsistent, but you know they chop and change their lineup on a weekly basis with what's available.
Here's Burns now for Saints. He's got a pocket of space. He might have a shot here. Now out to Monek. Dragicevic. Oh, yes! He curled that in magnificently, Oliver Dragicevic. And that's for his grandfather. And he'll be looking down proud as punch at that goal. What a way to open the scoring this evening. Oliver.
Yeah, get outside. Good.
Ansel.
Good.
As the Dinamo Ultras find their voice again. They'll be pretty happy.
Narrow up.
To our left on the mound. They'll be even happier if they can get another one here, Saints. It's Kalina back towards Monek. Sends the ball across. Divin. 2-0. It was a gilt-edged opportunity for Josh Divin, and he wasn't missing that one. That's his 5th for the year. And Ugo Arslan stops the corner from being taken and gives a few players a bit of a talking to. 8 corners for Melbourne Victory this evening. Might be the one statistic where they're ahead of St Albans. Or at least close to. Here's another corner. It's a deep one to the back post. Bozanovsky! And they've got a lifeline!
That's fantastic.
Good header by Damian Bozanovsky at the back post. After finally they found a good delivery into the box. They've had plenty of opportunities, Victory. That was for the last 5 minutes. Cade Lucas and Mark Ivkovic with you on YouTube. It's Rizvitso to the byline. Radamisa stood tall and then sent it straight back to the opposition. The game getting very stretched now, Mark.
Yeah, it's St Albans have brought some unnecessary pressure upon themselves now with conceding that goal.
Cook. Galevsky, Rizvitso, still he's going, he has a shot, and he finds the side of the net. He's just snuck it inside the upright, and that's a terrific goal to put the finishing touches on a terrific night for St Albans. It's Saints 3, Melbourne Victory 1. Another goal here, Victory, before this one's out, but any hopes of a comeback or of survival have well and truly gone now, you'd think. Rizvitso could be playing himself into a starting position. He's a good option to have off the bench, though. They've got plenty of good options at the moment, St Albans. They've got 4 games.
And there you have it, a magnificent 3-1 win over Melbourne Victory. Goals by Oliver Dragicevic in the 31st, Josh Diven 43rd, and Sean Ruzvidzo in the 86th minute. That means we jump to a lofty position of ninth on the NPL ladders with just 4 rounds remaining. I mean, mathematically, anything's still possible. We're still in danger of relegation, but a win this weekend will certainly put paid to that. Green Gully away, so tomorrow night against Green Gully at Green Gully Reserve. Kickoff there is 7:30 p.m. The under-23s, they'll be taking the field on Saturday at 2 p.m. and just prior to that, the under-11s Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. But as a result of their brilliant performances on the weekend, Lucas Burns and Oliver Dragicevic got named in the Team of the Week, and it's a second consecutive week for our 17-year-old Wunderkind, doing exceptionally well. And look, not only was he featured in the Team of the Week, but also his goal, the opener, was earned himself. Well, it was earned the title of the Mitre Goal of the Week for round 22 with Football Victoria. So well done to Dinamo and well done to Oliver Dragicevic. And we'll hear from Joey Monick from the senior team very, very shortly, and he'll be talking about that victory. And he'll also be talking about the big game against Green Gully, where the boys will be out for revenge after going down to Gully 2-1 early in the season at home. Well, if we have a look at we'll have a look at the women's on the weekend. Well, what happened there was they lost 3-1 to Uni Hill Eagles, and Sienna Delia scored the goal, the only goal of the game for Dinamo, and that was in the 75th minute. So she's now scored, a total of 13 goals, which is a fantastic effort. So she's got a total of 13 goals, just the same as Jana Cholina. So well done to Sienna. Our girls in second position, just 4 points behind Uni Hill Eagles. And the reason for that is because this weekend's game that was supposed to be held tomorrow night at home against Moreland Eagles, we've just found out only hours earlier that has been, the Moreland Eagles have forfeited that game. And as a result, we get the 3 points, which is unfortunate because we only get a 3-0 scoreline when we need the percentage boost, so to speak. We need to improve on our goal difference. The positive out of all that is I'm told that the girls are now able to come and watch the boys play at Green Gully Reserve. But we're 4 points behind the Uni Hill Eagles, and we'll put that ladder up again with about 5 games to go. It's going to be tough to catch up to Uni Hill Eagles with only one team getting promoted in State League 2. But nonetheless, I'm sure our girls will go very, very hard on the training track this week. Their next game is against Williamstown Sunday week away from home at JT Gray Reserve. That's a Sunday week. The men's 23s and the men's under 19s. Well, the under 19s, they had a bye last weekend because obviously Victory don't have a team. But we can see that if we're to put actually the weekly wrap, the 23s went down 1-3, even though the seniors won 3-1. So 3-1 was a very popular scoreline, it would seem. But, 3-1 win by the seniors, 3-1 loss by the 23s, and 3-1 loss by the women. Now, turning attention to the JBNPL, the under-14s had a good win over Geelong. Now, Geelong is the top team in under-14s, and young Dante Casalo scored a brace for Geelong, for St Albans Dinamo to beat Geelong. And then that wasn't enough. He fronted up again in the under-15s And guess what? We won 3-1. Thank you to a Dante Casalo hat-trick. Now, thanks to Natalie Raspudic, who supplied the following video footage. Here is a video footage of all three of young Dante's goals. Enjoy.
Come on, Tommy. Yes! Woo! Go Dinamo! Yes! Woo! Come on, Dinamo! You won. Woo!
Come on, boys!
Yes! Go Dinamo! Woo! Again!
Well done to the young man. 5 goals in 2 games on the weekend, and he scored all of the 14s, all of the 15s goals. And congratulations to Dante. But congratulations to his teammates who provided all those crosses or passes or whatever the case may be. Well done to our under 14s and under 15s. Fantastic stuff there. Absolutely fantastic. Weekly wrap-up continued. The under 16s came up against a very, very strong Geelong. They lost 6-0, unfortunately. And the 17s, they played against Heidelberg and ended up winning 2-1. Fantastic result there. Daniel Reicher and Nicholas Lagozzo scoring the goals for the 17s. Now, the under 14s, they're in 6th position. The under 15s in 7th position. The under 16s in 13th position. And then our under 17s, they are in 6th position as well. So if we turn our attention to this weekend, we've got 4 games all against Werribee City, and all those games are at home. 14s kicking off at 9:30, followed by the 15s, then the 16s and the 17s. So this Sunday, lots of junior boys NPL action happening at Churchill Reserve. Now, planning has already started for next season, and which is great news. And there's already we're looking for coaches for next year. So here we go. The coaching positions, expressions of interest for 2026 planning has already started. So expressions of interest are sought for coaching positions for Dinamo's junior boys NPL teams for next season. Any coaches interested in submitting an expression of interest form, go to the following link. There's the JOT form. So you can see that in on the actual slide there. Also, go to our Facebook page and you'll be able to have the direct link as well. So go to that Facebook page. You'll have the direct link there. As I said, planning has already started. We haven't even finished this season. That's how hard people are working behind the scenes at the club to really, really progress this fantastic club of ours. We talked about the Australia Cup, and I'll pop those fixtures up once again. So the ones that we're interested in is the Tuesday night clash between the Gold Coast Knights and Auckland, and also Canberra, Croatia at home to the Metro Stars on Wednesday. Now, speaking of the Gold Coast, during the week, the tournament groupings for Men's Division 1 were announced, and obviously involving our boys, our senior boys. They will be in Group A alongside Melbourne Knights, the North Geelong Warriors, Hurstville Zagreb, Canberra, Croatia, and Adelaide, Croatia. So a tough group indeed. In Group B, we've got Dandenong City, Strathmore Split, the Gold Coast Knights, Sydney United, and the O'Connor Knights. And it's interesting because during speaking to the organisers up there at Gold Coast, the following week is the start, or the scheduled start, of the inaugural National Second Division. So will that have an effect on the Australian-Croatian soccer tournament? We'll wait and see. But either way, that's going to be something certainly worth having a look. It's going to be quite interesting what is going to eventuate there. But it's going to be a tough group. And I'll actually bring that slide up again. So the top 2 teams will qualify in semi-final one. top team in Group A and the second group in Group B will do battle against each other. And in the other semi-final, the runner-up in Group A, which is our group, and the top team in Group B will clash against each other to see who goes through to the final. As for the women's, there's a single division at the moment, a Group A and a Group B. And our girls are in Group B alongside Dandenong City, the Brisbane Knights, and the O'Connor Knights. In Group A, we've got the Canberra Croatia, Gold Coast Knights, Melbourne Knights, and the North Geelong Warriors. And look, finally, to finish off the news desk, and we've gone quite lengthy news desk tonight. A big shout out to North of the Borders, our sister club up in Sydney, Hurstville Zagreb, who this week will be taking on Hawkesbury City, and a win will see Hurstville Zagreb promoted to League One, which is going to be unbelievable if they can do that. So they're back at home. The boys have an opportunity to win the league title and secure promotion. So this Saturday at 5 p.m. at Penshurst Park. For those viewers tuning in from Sydney, do get yourself down to Penshurst Park, and all the very, very best to Hurstville Zagreb. Rightio, folks, we're going to take a short break. When we return, it's time for our special guest for tonight. None other than the man who runs up and down the wings at Churchill Reserve and absolutely tears the pitch apart, puts the pitch on fire. We're talking about Joey Monek. He'll be joining us after this break. And welcome back to Dinamo TV. And boy, the senior team are firing, aren't they? And it's great to see. I think when the senior team's doing really well, everything at the club is doing really well. And when everything is doing really well and the senior team's not doing so well like it was at the start of the season, no matter how good the things are, the vibe is at the club, it's just something's just dragging it down. But in the last 7 games, our senior men's team have recorded 4 wins and 3 draws, and to add to that, in the last 4 games, it's been 4 wins. And one player that's absolutely on fire in recent weeks is our next guest, Joey Monek. Joey, welcome back to Dinamo TV. We had you early in the season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fantastic to have you here. The last 7 weeks, things just seem to have really clicked. Look, we'll put into perspective, the last 4 wins, most importantly, was against bottom 3 opposition. And some of those games, they're like 6-pointers, aren't they? You know, like if you win, you get further away from the relegation zone, which is what's happened. How important was those wins against the Knights, Port Melbourne and Melbourne Victory last week?
100%. The crucial points, like you said, 6-pointers. Unfortunately, we couldn't gain on that first half of the season, playing well against the top tier sides, and then the bottom half around us, we couldn't get any points, but we've turned it around this time, and each week gained momentum into the next, and we've gone on a bit of a streak at the right time. It's getting away from those bottom 3, which is good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Certainly not wrong there. We've got a little bit of footage as well from the weekend game that was played there, and we've already played that in the news desk, but we'll have a look at that as well. Victory. We know they've struggled, but at the same time, they're playing for their life. They're playing for their survival. How was the vibe prior to the game? Because, once the game started, things went really, really well, and it was a great performance. But leading up to there, was it that extra bit of nervousness or were the players pretty calm going into the match?
More calm, not really nervous. Like we've been saying last couple of weeks, take each week as it comes. Training's been good, playing good. The squad's gelling really well with the new boys who have come in and
Yeah.
contributed. So, just keep playing our game, not nervous. Like against Knights when we went down 1-0 half time, we came in not worried, just play our game, focus, and the result will speak for itself. And same against Victory. The first game should have won away from home, get 3 points, but we made sure it didn't have the same scoreline as last time, which was good. So it's good to win at home.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Churchill Reserve becoming a little bit of a fortress, which is what happened last year. A bit of deja vu in many ways. But and it's great for us because, as I said, it's becoming that little bit of a fortress. Teams are really finding it a struggle to come there. What's the reason? Is it the crowd, the Hill boys? Are they getting really into it? Is it just the confidence playing on your own patch? What is it? What's been, in your opinion, the big reason for the turnaround?
Could be many factors. The crowd, definitely the Hill. I know if I was on the other team, I wouldn't like them in the back of my ear for 90 minutes. But also in the mind, no one likes to come to Churchill to play here. We used to, like how the pitch used to be. We still want to have that same territory when teams come here. We don't want them to come here with an advantage. We want the home ground advantage. And if we can keep building on like the last couple of weeks, like you said, it's really good for the rest of the season and next season onwards.
Yeah, no, we'll have a look at that ladder now. It's good to be in the middle of the table, so to speak, above Hellas, above Altona Magic, Victory, the Knights, and Port Melbourne, of course. So, I mean, mathematically, we're still not there, but this weekend against Green Gully, that will pretty much put everything to bed. And on top of that, if we beat Green Gully, who are 3 points ahead of us and a slightly better goal difference, I mean, if we end up scoring, well, let's even say a 2-0 or a 3-1 win, we're going to jump over them on goal difference. In fact, we've got a better goal difference as it is. So potentially we could end up in 8th position. And depending on how Dandy City go this weekend, I think they've got Oakley Cannons at home. We could be like 1 point behind Dandy City, who are just outside the 6.
Yeah. It's exciting when you look at the table like that, but at the same time, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Focus on each week as it comes. It's all you can say. Don't worry about what's in front of you. We play 3 of those teams above us, so if we can capitalise on those games, that's 9 points, and we give ourselves every chance to make finals. But as I said, take it every week as it comes. Hopefully knock off Gully Friday night, which would be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which would be good.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, they defeated us 2-1 on our home turf earlier in the season, and I would certainly like to get one over the rivals. It is that neighbourly rivalry, that Western Suburbs rivalry, always goes up that little bit of a notch. How much do the boys love beating Gully?
It's good. It's been a bit of a rivalry for the last couple of years. Friday nights there away are definitely a good. They're definitely a good game, and all the boys will definitely be up for it. I think everyone's really excited just to get out there and have fun together as a team and get 3 points at the end of the day.
Yeah, geez, we're a demanding mob, us Dinamo supporters, aren't we? 2-3 weeks ago, we would have been happy just to steer away from the relegation zone, be in survival mode. Now we want finals. We're not happy with that. We want to get into the top 6, don't we?
Yeah, it's it's a different feeling when you talk about finals.
Isn't it?
Even though it's a small chance, never been there myself before, but
Yep.
obviously it's something you aim for. But like I said, you can't just say you're going to make it. You need to earn it. So hopefully we can get there. If not, then we'll make sure we try to get there next season.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's absolutely true. Now, there's that graphic of the team of the week again. And players like Josh Burns and Oli Dragicevic, your midfield partner, I guess, so across the midfield there for the second week now running, the youngster. Geez, it must be so good to have players like that. And I guess some of the other players across the midfield, Joey Trolina, he's really stepping up as well. Just everyone seems to have really, really lifted. And in recent weeks, we've seen some of those absolute sublime individual performances, but it's also combining into a very good team effort as well, isn't it?
That's it, yeah, 100%. Like the young boys coming through, Ollie, what a season he's having. Just keeps getting better and better each week. And being a young player, he's only going to get better developing the next few years. Joey's stepping up. And I think it's just come down to the boys. Like, they just want it more. If you win 8 out of 11 battles on the field, you're going to win the pitch, It's just the boys working hard together as a team. And, yeah, just fighting for each other. If you're stuffed, put your hand up, come off. Like, just give what you got for the club.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, mate, you're still quite young yourself, but you're basically entered veteran status. I mean, you've been at the club now for about almost a decade, 10 years or so. But how do you kind of approach it with some of these young guys? Do they kind of see you just on par? Like I said, you're still relatively young yourself. Or do they look up to you and, you're kind of almost like a big brother figure in the dressing room?
I find myself as an approachable figure in the change room. Just try to give a helping hand to anyone, really, whenever it is. I'm always open to always taking criticism as well.
Yeah.
I'm also still learning. That's it. Not just on the field, also in life. So
I love that attitude. I absolutely love that attitude, not just on the field, but in life, yeah.
just
But, go
just
on.
like the club, been there for a while now. Yeah, like you said, it's not just about the soccer; it's about the community within the club rooms, the supporters, and just the friends there. So it's very good.
Yeah, now you can tell the boys just have a lot of fun together as well. I think on the 50th gala night, the senior table was the most boisterous at one stage. I think poor Mariano and Anthony Smallich, the MCs, had to tell you guys to shush. But it just, I was quite close by the way, and it just looked like you guys have got this real great camaraderie off the field, and it's starting to translate on the field, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 100%. I feel like that's the most important thing. If the morale in the change room's good, then it shows on the pitch. And like I said earlier, it's just getting better and better each week. The boys just gel really well off the field and on the field. And then, the gala's like a team night out in a way. So
Yeah.
everyone, it's not just about football. Like, you're relaxing as friends off the field, so it just brings you closer together, which is a good thing.
So, and speaking of the gala, the new boys that have come to the club or have only been here in the last year, did that night? I mean, that's people are still talking about that. And did that night open their eyes to just how big this club really is?
Yeah, I think it did. I think they're still trying to process. To be honest, I'm still trying to process. I've been here nearly 10 years, and I've never seen an event like that. That tops 20. Like,
Yeah.
you walk in, and honestly, I didn't think it would look anything like that. And just with the Hall of Fame inductees, the way it was presented, it was just, wow, it was a good night.
Yeah. Exactly. That wow. It was a real wow factor. Yeah. Mate, what about yourself? Like how have you been, you've had a pretty good season. Like the rest of the team early in the year, things were sort of a little bit sketchy, I guess. But overall, have you been really happy with your own individual performance?
This year I have. Yeah, this year I've been reasonably happy. Yeah, I worked hard pre-season with Steph, our strength and conditioning coach, to get myself right and ready for this season. Every game, obviously, they have games where you don't play as good as you wanted to, but it's just about giving effort 100% each session, training and games. Just hopefully next year can keep going. At the same, if my body stays up to date with me at the moment, so we'll see.
And how is it? How is it handling the rigors of NPL football?
Yeah, I'm definitely not recovering like how I was 10 years ago, but yeah, I'm loving it. So
Yeah.
love football, so you love playing, so that's why I'm
Yeah.
here.
Now, obviously, we won't talk about the end of the season just yet, but what we will talk is we will talk about this weekend coming. In fact, tomorrow night, Green Gully versus St Albans Dinamo. There it is. All the information is there. Kickoff at 7:30 p.m. at Green Gully Reserve. Round 23 fixture. 4 more games to go. We're hoping that we can finish the season as high as possible. Geez, as you say, finishing in the top 6 would be an absolute bonus. When 3-4 weeks ago we were just talking about escaping relegation. But mate, thank you so much for joining us. Wish you all the best for the rest of the season. Going to be travelling up to the Gold Coast with the team for the tourney.
Yeah, I think it's on the cards. Yeah, actually getting married end of this year. So
Oh, are you?
yeah, I'm getting married November. So
Congratulations. Well, that could be like a Bucks party, huh?
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, you're going to have a very, very busy off season, that's for sure. But before we get to that, there's still, as I said, 4 more games to go, possibly more. Who knows? Who knows? Joey, thank you for joining us on Dinamo TV. Really appreciate it.
Perfect. Thank you for having me.
Good on you. Joey Monek, he's got a bright future. And for those of us who've been married for well over a decade, we might even say he's got a bleak future. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only joking. Now, very exciting times for Joey Monek, as he said, getting married in the off season, going up to the Gold Coast tournament as well. And who knows? There may well be a post-season fixture in the finals of the NPL Victoria competition. We're going to return after this short break and continue with tonight's episode of Dinamo TV. Folks, don't go away.
Westar Prestige is a proud family-owned second-generation business servicing Victorian motorists for more than 50 years. We are a specialist prestige collision repair facility situated in the western suburbs of Melbourne. However, we service all regions of Victoria, with many of our clients travelling not only from around Melbourne, but all of Victoria to use our services. We are also able to provide a digital platform for quoting clients' vehicles who are unable to personally attend our premises. We are an authorised manufacturer approved repair facility for Mercedes-Benz, Tesla, Peugeot and Suzuki, and are proud of our ongoing affiliation with these brands. We also work closely with several of Australia's largest insurance brands who entrust us to be a part of their preferred repairer network. Our client support staff are always happy to assist clients from the initial process of lodging claims through to the final stages of collection of the vehicle on completion of repairs and post-repair. So remember, for all your prestige collision repair needs, consider Westar Prestige, an award-winning, long-standing, Australian-owned business.
And there you have it, folks. That brings us to the end of like I said, a shortened episode of Dinamo TV. Unfortunately, no women's game this weekend. That's the forfeit from the Moreland Eagles. That means that all roads now lead to Green Gully Reserve. And if you can't make it to Green Gully Reserve, of course, like every week, the NPL games are all streamed live on YouTube. You'll be able to hear my dulcet tones. I will be joined by Mark Ivkovic in the commentary position tomorrow night, starting from 7:30. So look forward to that. And also look forward to your company next Thursday night for our next episode of Dinamo TV. Remember, no episode on Wednesday night. Do go out and watch the Canberra-Croatia Metro Stars game on Wednesday night. And, of course, the big game between Gold Coast Knights and Auckland FC on the Tuesday night. And just a reminder about that Green Gully game. That's on tomorrow night, July 25. Kickoff at 7:30 p.m. at Green Gully Reserve. All right, folks, thank you so much once again for being a part of this week's Dinamo TV. Once again, apologies about those little technical glitches earlier on in the show. And until next week, good night. Bye-bye.